Oh, now?
The doors of the Love Church are now open. Dear world, you name it, we cover it from the world of singles to the behind the scenes of the greatest movie ever filmed, called Marriage. We dig into everything from dating 101. Why won't they commit? It's complicated. I can't do it if it's the three of us. They're a good person, but I'm not attracted to them in that way. 2, they really didn't disclose who they were before I said I do. How do I do this if they can't keep a job? The bills are paid, but the bedroom is suffering. Did I marry you or did I marry your family because we only can take care of us? Let's open up our marriage. Why do I have to buy into your beard gang illusion? You could have told me you were down low and we could have remained friends and not married. And last but not least, did you marry me or your pastor? Have we gotten your attention yet? If so, tune in to Unique Perspectives Love Talk Radio. Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to hear more of today's real issues in the world of love. The doors of the Love Church are now open.
All right. Greetings, everyone. And I guess, Mr. Ford, it's good to say welcome back,
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Greetings and welcome to Unique Perspectives Love Talk Radio. I'm your host, Charles Dixon, and I'm here with Mr. Adam Ford, my co-host. How are you, sir?
What's up, fam, on this Friday evening as we do this once again? I'm kind of good. Looking forward to the fall. Looking forward to the change in the weather a little bit. Get a little cool outside, a little nice brisk weather and everything like that. Otherwise, we good. We doing good. Got some things in the works. Excited about some things that's about to happen, that's about to pop off or take off. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good season right now. It's a real good season.
Take off, huh? All right.
What'd you say?
Pop off, take off, huh? Yeah, okay. Anyway, hey,
no matter how much time he spend away, he still got a wrong attitude. Attitude still ain't right.
Oh man. Okay. All right, everybody. So it's been a lot happening in the world for sure. It's been some craziness. Seems like week to week, it is this, that, and the other. However, we're gonna push forward anyhow. So, Mr. Ford, today we are discussing hostage by design, the purposeful position of the placeholder. I had said in the notes when I had released it, I said some are held emotionally captive. Others volunteer to wear the handcuffs. So like you said, the piece of when you're going into people being held emotionally captive, that's like a strategic. That's why I say in the wording I use the purposeful position, because hostage by design, meaning I'm deliberately targeting you to wait. To be on hold at the person's discretion. Right. And so a lot of people go into relationships hopeful of a specific outcome, whatever that is. And, I'm not going to say that everybody is saying, hurry up and meet me so I can be married. Because some people just want to have a companion. But there are a great amount of people who want a life partner. And so when you start there, and I guess I'll lead really quickly, Adam, when I told you before the show started that most people, if they want to be honest, most of us at some point or another has been someone's placeholder. And the reason why I say that is all it takes is for one person to have an expectation or a hopeful dream or anything, and the other person to recognize it and say, yeah, I'm interested in you, but only to a point. And the problem becomes is you never communicate to a point to that person. You just tell them you're interested. And the rest of the guessing work and the hoping work is on them. And so before you know it, you are emotionally attached to someone who looks at you as very optional. And that's a really, really crazy place to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess having a real, down to earth practical conversation about this whole placeholder idea. So I guess it's like you're just putting somebody in a state of suspended animation where you don't retreat, but you don't move forward. There's no advancement in the relationship. The relationship doesn't grow beyond where it is. There's no maturing in the relationship. You just kind of like keep it the status quo for the most part, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So honestly, I mean, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where, well, maybe I was, but maybe I didn't realize I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because now when I'm starting to think about it, I'm going back and I kind of maybe I was a little bit in a place where I was kind of like put on pause for a minute.
Yeah.
And didn't really move forward or backward, but just like stuck there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't think that's a good thing. I think that to approach anybody like that, who may be interested in having a relationship with you, and you kind of like put the pause on it. That I don't. That's not cool. I mean, that's not to get all
deep and sentimental, but no,
because of the fact that you want to see. Okay, so it's two elements here, right? It's the person that wants to have the relationship, who wants to move forward, who wants to advance the relationship and grow the relationship to its full potential. Then there's the other person who doesn't want to do that. Yeah. They kind of want to like hold it back, or like I said, put it in suspension. You know what I'm saying? And to that point, when you're putting somebody on a suspended status, there's no progress that's made. Yeah. The way that we were yesterday is the way that we are today is the way that we'll be tomorrow. And so no progress is made in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You just want things to remain the way that they are. And so it kind of sounds to me like this particular person who puts you in a placeholder position doesn't sound like they really want a relationship or just don't want a commitment. They want to put you in a place where you are readily available to them so that they can use you for whatever needs or wants that they have, all the while keeping you from pursuing anything or anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to use you. So they put you in a placeholder. They put you in a spot and they keep you there. And I think what happens too is they keep you there in the hopes that you'll end up having a relationship.
With someone else.
Well, no, with them. They keep you in that placeholder spot in the hopes that you will both come together and have a relationship. All the while they know this ain't never going nowhere. So I'm gonna keep you here, just so I can exploit you and use you for my own needs and wants. I mean,
so yeah, I mean, all right. Let's back it up. I mean, and then we'll go into it. So, all right, placeholder. All right, let me read a little bit of this. In a relationship, a placeholder is a partner who is not the true romantic interest, but is kept around to fill a temporary need, such as preventing loneliness, avoiding commitment, or waiting for a better partner. A placeholder relationship is one-sided with minimal effort, a lack of commitment, and a general avoidance of deep emotional connection or future planning. Red flags to look for include a partner who keeps you separate from their life, is emotionally unavailable, and shows little interest in a shared future. So when I hear all of those things, the biggest of them all is selfish. Then I hear opportunistic. And a lot of times the point of placeholding, if we're going to dig into this, placeholding is designed to be self-serving. if you think about it, we live in a culture where it is all about survival of the fittest.
Okay.
And everybody makes decisions, moves, dates, go out with people who they initially feel like, I have a grasp of this situation.
Okay.
So I'm okay with advancing at my comfort level.
Yeah.
Like everyone decides to try to do that until we fall. Then we lose control. You understand what I'm saying? And now we are at the mercy of the person, and so to speak. But in most cases, people will date, hang out, go with this person, do this, that, and the other. And one person or another is already miles ahead of the other in almost most cases. You just don't pay attention enough to realize what's happening. But in one case or another, like I said to you earlier, there is if most of us have found ourselves in deep like of someone before the relationship matures, the other person who is more collected of themselves has already said, oh, they cool. I mean, nah, for real, they really cool to hang out with. That's one of the most offensive words
to hang out with them.
They cool to hang out with, but not to advance with. Right. And so the problem is, yes, you want to be cool to hang out with, but you would like to know that there is no intention for tomorrow.
Right.
Right. At least give the person that that kind of information. Now, before we go too deep down the rabbit hole of the offender of the placeholder, we have to talk about the willful prisoner. Okay. There, on the flip side of placeholding, there are people who willingly take these positions just to be in the presence of the person that they really, really are doting after. And they feel like, well, I'm going to take whatever they can give me. And if that means that I'm okay with this, and we fool ourselves into saying we're okay with this less than ideal position as long as it gives me the job, right? If I got the job, I'll take the position however that looks. But then what ends up always happening is you take the position, you go into it thinking you got control of it, and I'm going to handle it this way, and it's going to be all right. And the minute you get in there, you get to crying because the relationship is not now. You have feelings. Right. Now you want the person to mention next steps and where do you see this going? And I thought you were going to invite me over there for this holiday and all these things. And the other person is like, but I told you up front that right now I'm getting, here's one of the more classic ones, Adam. Why can't we go any further? I need to get closer to me and get myself together right now.
Wow.
That's a classic one. That's a legal statement to give me 6 feet. Give me distance. Okay. Telling you that I need to get myself together so you can give me distance. Right. And that means that's translated as a short window to not press me on time. Right? Give me space. But most people they go into it still wanting what they want. So people can be telling you, showing you all kinds of signs, but if you want what you want, you're going to stay in there, right? We're going to stay in there and do what we do. And so many of us people out here are every day liking someone, going out with someone over there, and the person is telling you, oh yeah, we're going to do this, that, and the other. Yes, don't worry, we can go to Jamaica. Yes, we can. People will travel the world with you, Adam, and still keep you in queue psychologically. You're in their queue not to progress forward. You are there. I'm going to hang out with you. Heck, we even lay down, Adam. Okay. We lay down a long way and still get in queue. It's deep, but people can really compartmentalize their emotions to a point to say, yeah, that person is great. Let's just say, I see my boy Jesse on there. Let's just say somebody saying, man, let me tell you something. Jesse's a stand-up guy. Lisa, you ought to take Jesse serious. Oh, I really do like Jesse. And Jesse in his mind saying, yes, I'm feeling that sister. She cool. But in her mind, she's just like, I like him, but I'm not going to like him that far. Right. right? But it might be nice to tell Jesse this, right? But we'll let the man keep taking you out, or the woman, who vice versa, spending the money, doing all these things, spending all this time, and only for the person, when it gets down to it, for you to ask the person, where are we going next? And the person hits you with well, what's wrong with what we have going on right now? I'm a big person of not trying to fix what's not broken.
Right.
If this works, why are we doing this? Right. And so there are people who spend lifetimes with people who have no intention of going to next with them.
Right.
But they will be with you for years and don't want to go no further. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And so it's funny that when you were talking about it kind of like brought to my mind. I think we've talked about this before, and that is the fact that often when you're when you are the one willing and volunteering to be held in place by the placeholder, that there is a degree where you are willing to settle for whatever you can get from this particular person.
Yeah.
And you're willing to settle for a piece of it.
Correct.
And this is the reason why you sign up to be the one
willing partner. Yeah.
Because you're just getting this small piece of it. And like you said, often what happens is that particular person who has at this point in time settled for this piece of you, now is starting to become resentful and frustrated because they realize now that there is no hope for the future of this relationship, right? Because this other person is not willing to give you any more than what they already have.
Yeah.
And up to this point in time, you have been willing to settle for just a piece of it. Now you want more? Well, no, you don't get more. Your contract doesn't include more. Your contract includes what you already decided to settle on. And that's just a piece. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to keep quoting this song, but how many of us keep doing what God says? You just want to get a piece of that love? You just want to get a small piece of that love, and that's it.
Yeah, a piece. Listen, to a hungry man on the corner, a piece is better than no food at all. You got to think of it like that. A piece of something is better than nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's how a lot of people look at this. And so another part of this that we are not honest about, and I'm talking about us collectively, everybody with faculties of their mind and some sense of commonality, you know when you are on a bus, a train, or a plane that's not going anywhere.
Right.
You can feel it that it's not going to move or it's not moving. But we tell ourselves, where's the seatbelt? I'm going to strap myself in anyway. You got any water? Yes. Where you going, ma'am? On a trip? And the driver is like, we don't even got no gas. But anyway, but the point is, you tell yourself you're going somewhere, but you're not. But the point is, the key to this is this. To me, this is my opinion.
Okay.
The way you overcome being someone's placeholder or finding yourself being introduced to it is you have to live in your own self-value. The placeholder community it consists of people who don't see themselves as they should.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Because if a person attempting to put you in a stable, on a shelf, wherever, if they say to themselves, I don't know if I can maneuver Adam, because man, he talk about self-love too much, or he talk about he got too much self-confidence, or he really does know his value. So there's not a whole lot I can maneuver around him. So that's why it makes the person that's insecure or less than self-aware of themselves the ideal victims, if you will, for placeholding. Because a placeholder is what? Like if you think about placemats on a table, what happens with that? They get shuffled around at will until the designer of that room says, I think it's going to be good. Just like it. No, wait, let me move it over here. Okay. So in order to be that kind of person, you have to have those characteristics that's maneuverable. So if you're like you're insecure, self-aware, don't really understand your value, when you run up and date somebody, especially people on these when you are out here on these online places, you getting lined up like a sniper. Yeah. A sniper up there on the seeing you coming and saying, well, I just wanted to, hang out and get to know somebody. Victim. There you hit them a few words, this person is going to be maneuverable. And you go in and you can tell the person is not having it from the person that is. And so that's what makes the difference between people being placeholders and people being not. Now, before I turn over to you, Adam, there is a case where sometimes intention is the intention initially, and the relationship shifts to placeholding. Okay. And it shifts because once that person sees and understands the lane of what's in front of them, they do have a choice to say, you know what, you and I have been hanging out for like 4 or 5 months now. We cool, I like you, but I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't see it going too much further than this. Okay. That's what you should do. Okay. But what we do is them 4 or 5 months go by. The person, we hanging out with them. In this case, if you're a man, you eating, you hanging out, they look like you want them to look. They tell you they going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. You be like this, all right. So all those things are in line for you. So you're saying, I can't find no fault, but I can't go forward. But I don't want to let them go either. Right. So you selfishly make the decision to keep them. Right. And so if I had to tell a quick story.
I knew it was coming. I
remember.
Story time.
I'm trying to think. Okay. I remember Adam dating someone. Enjoyed them, had a good time. The person was mad cool, so on, and all of those things. All of the seemed like hitting all of the right buttons and bells and all of those things. But I had to be honest with myself. And most men, if they're honest, most men that look to commit to a woman long term on any level, they're looking for a woman that they feel they can trust. Like I gotta be able to, like, okay, she can be as fine as she want, thick as she want, great job, all of those things are fine. But if I can't trust you, we have a problem, right? Yeah. So this is what I mean. This particular person, fun, all that stuff. But I remember them just kind of, it's like it was the most mind-boggling relationship because they would be fun, cool. We would hang out. Then we would separate and something sketchy would happen. They'll go somewhere sketchy and the timeline didn't add up. The stuff they said didn't add up. Everything just started getting shady. And I used to always say, so how do you connect on this level and then still tiptoe off and disconnect? Right. And so in my mind, initially, I had thoughts to walk it out with this person to see where it went. Okay. But when I continued to be met with the distrust stuff, I said, I just can't continue with my initial purpose. Yeah. So we're going to take an exit down placeholder lane. And that's what happened. I said, I'm going to take an exit, hang out with them. And now I can admit, I had the chance to say, this isn't that, it's only this. Right. But I think I was selfish in the moment because, like I said, I like those other conditions. It's just the whole picture that I needed was the trust. And if the trust wasn't there, it was no way I could unpack myself and deliver myself to them in those kind of circumstances. Right. So what ended up happening is the relationship kind of carried on for a while. And what happens in placeholding? When intention turns to placeholding, intention is the glue and the engine that keeps the relationship going. Right. Once you go into the lane of placeholding, you are now a stalled car spinning out of control.
Okay.
So when I chose to go that way, that's when all of a sudden she started to question me and say, well, what's going on? What are we doing? What are you doing? And I would always just kind of softly refer back to the things that concern me.
Yeah.
And I would be like, yeah, I do cool with you, but what about this?
Right. Yeah.
And the thing that was so scary about it was she would always deliver this answer that to the average man, he'd probably be like, okay, like Eddie Murphy would say, right? He'd be like, okay, and just go with it.
Go with it, right.
I didn't care what answer she gave me. In my ear, I heard Delilah.
Wow.
Just heard Delilah, and it just would not go further than that. Because I just said, nah, this is, no. You know how they say in that song, you never trust a blank and a smile. So, in my mind, when that whole situation, again, interested in the person, all that was fine. Yeah. But when that one thing didn't line up, I can admit I made the selfish decision to hold rather than to release.
Got it.
Because I saw the other things, Bruce, that we as men that we can hold on to and chill with in the interim. But for the long haul, I had to have the trust. If I didn't have the trust, we couldn't have nothing. So,
okay. Yeah. No. That's interesting, right? Because that's because it actually kind of brought some things back to my mind that I had experienced being in relationships, and it so you think that it's that this person wants you for you.
Yeah.
Then you realize, no, they really only want you for what you do for them. Correct. This is the reason why you're still in their life the way that you are. Yeah. And when I had this realization, right, Charles, when I had the realization that I'm only being tolerated or hosted because of the fact that I serve some type of need. And so I was raised, in terms of valuing commitment, being in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, moving forward with the relationship. I don't like the stagnation. I don't like being in a holding pattern. Yeah. I don't want to be postponed. I don't want to be delayed. I want to move forward at the time that we're supposed to be moving forward in. And so it seemed to me that I was only being, I guess, used, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I had to sit here and think about it, right? I'm sitting there, I'm being used for whatever it is that I can produce. Yeah. But here's the thing, there's no promise of a future.
Yeah, no end game.
That's what I had to grapple with, right? What we have is good. It's good for now, but I'm going to want more tomorrow. And the person didn't necessarily recognize that, because what I'm asking for, you may or may not have the capacity to give me. But because I serve a need, you're going to put me in a state of suspended animation in order to continue to get what you want.
But you want out of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I had the realization that so you don't really want me. You want what I can do for you.
Yeah.
You want what I can provide for you, but you don't really want me. And I think what happens is when we are placed in that place-holding pattern, you got to sit there and you got to reassess and you got to re-examine. So why is this person really with me? Because they're not giving me what I'm asking for. They're only getting what they want while I'm sitting here frustrated, unsatisfied, still hungry, still thirsty, while they are fat and slated and they got whatever they want. And so you have to be able to go, okay, here's the question. And I think you already kind of alluded to this. You have to be able to assess and determine, okay, how much am I actually worth then? Am I only worth you giving me what you want me to have?
Oh, wow.
If you're only worth what you're willing to give me, then obviously I'm going to settle for what you just give me, which is just a portion of what I actually want. Or will I wake up and realize that I'm worth more than what you're giving me?
Right.
And I refuse to be your placeholder. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't volunteer for this. No. Either you give me what I'm worth, or I'm out.
Yeah.
And this is what I had to say. Well, I'm out. You can't give me what I'm looking for. I'm gone.
Here's another mystery about placeholding.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about placeholding, let's compare placeholding to kind of like, how do I say it, to the legal system. Mm-hmm. So in the legal systems, offenders is who we hold, right? If you offended of something, we're going to hold you. So the question begs, from the eyes of the placeholder, mm-hmm. what is it do you see about the potential person that you don't deem them the freedom of being free? Mm. What is it in them? What is the characteristic about them that you say they shouldn't be walking free? They're a felon. They're a felon of love. Or you are so-and-so of this. You're a thief of hearts. Okay. You probably this. Look, you're charged with being too nice.
Wow.
You are prey for the finesser.
Yeah.
Change your game, step yourself up. Or mm-hmm. you're going so what we end up doing is, it's like the whole walk of the placeholder is you go out and you imprison the innocent. Mm-hmm. And it's not until the innocent recognizes their own freedom that they graduate to the level of being free together, as in someone marrying them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this goes back to seeing yourself. If you can't see yourself, you can't charge anyone else with not seeing you.
Right.
You have to be your own mirror to the world to let people see who you are and what you're worth. If you don't, everybody who comes on your doorstep is going to look for a need, something you can do, mm-hmm. something you can do for them, or mm-hmm. something, I can use you for this, and you'll be good for this. Just think about it. There's so many people out here, Adam, women and men, have role players all around their life.
Wow.
If you're a lady, I'm calling Dexter. Dexter gonna give me a good steak. Every Friday, me and Dexter go get steak and crab legs. Dexter is a nice guy who wants a nice lady.
Right.
He's looking for somebody good.
Right.
But Teresa says Dexter I like him. He's really too nice, but he does feed me. So I'm gonna go out with him.
Right.
And this can go on for months. And Dexter can be reaching in his pocket, trying all kinds of things to get Teresa to see him in a certain way. But Teresa only sees him one-sided.
Right.
And so vice versa. You have women who could, in all sorts of stakes, be someone else's wife. Not just mm-hmm. a girlfriend or fiance, but their wife. But you have some men who, as prepared, solid, and all of these things that this woman can be, he tells her, I'm trying to see you. And she's like, well, when we want to see each other? Yeah, go ahead, just buzz my door around 10:30. You mean in the morning for breakfast? Nah, tonight I got to work. He only see you for the night booty. Just being honest.
Right. Yeah.
Again, the next guy can say, are you crazy? Night booty? She is daylight wife.
Right.
Well, he only sees you as night booty, or convenience whenever he's ready for you. Yeah. And that's a real thing. Yeah. And it's so easy to get in that position. And all it takes is when you encounter a man or a woman, it's just a look. People know when they got you. They can't stop looking up and down. Right. They're looking in your eye. They're licking their lips. So before you can get to know me, you want something. So I'm going to put you in position to get what you want on a continual basis until the need is done. Mm-hmm. That's how easily it happens. And so we have to be grown enough to be responsible to say, listen, I don't want to be this kind of person.
Yeah.
Because we basically control who and how we love.
Yeah.
But if we don't make smart decisions, we end up at someone else's mercy, aka the placeholder.
Right.
Because when you're a placeholder, again, you are everything but.
Right.
And that's the worst part about it. You got all of these things,
right?
But Think about, everybody can think about family members. Think about like a Thanksgiving or Christmas time with your mother. If you're a woman, they might be like, where is Adam? Are you bringing him this year? Ma, stop bringing him up. I tell you, we cool. We just friends.
Oh,
now, Adam got an old ring in his pocket.
Right.
Talking about something, we just friends. He's preparing to propose to you. But you tell the family before he show up that he's just a friend.
Yeah.
So my point is, this, and vice versa, this happens all around where we, and look, here's the crazy part about it. This is where it gets deep, Adam. The person, let's play that situation with the other person named Adam. We just make it up Adam. Okay. Adam and this lady at the Thanksgiving house. Adam comes over there dressed up. He's smelling good. He's all nice to her mother. He coming over there, you know, if the girl got a kid, he playing good pseudo stepdad, all of the above. Okay. But she lets everybody meet him and says he's nice and all these things. He stays the day. But meanwhile, during the day, Adam, this is happening at the Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. Later, I'll text you right now. We'll see each other later. Adam goes home after the Thanksgiving dinner. The woman stay behind, clean up, leave out, and go and see Craig. Go see Craig after Thanksgiving Day. Look, Craig didn't respect them enough to invite them for Thanksgiving, but he's going to invite you for the nightcap giving.
Wow.
So he invites you for that, but not for Thanksgiving. But you will leave the nice guy or the nice woman and go to the other person that's only offering you the exchange after the fact. And that is the reality of a lot of us. And so if we look at an analogy from this perspective, let's picture a person walking into the gym and a bunch of stationary equipment. The gym equipment is the placeholder. Okay. It's designed to build muscle. So the person using the placeholder needs the placeholder to help reassure their insecurities. Right. Okay. Reassure their issues. So I'm going to pump some iron. Thank you, placeholder. I'm going to do my leg work. Thank you, placeholder. I'm going to run on the elliptical. Thank you, placeholder. Right. All of them have places. Right. They all have purposes. Right. Every person who deals with a placeholder, they're not just using the person to be opportunistic. They're using them because they need something from them. Right. To help them prepare for what they think they want and need. Right. A lot of times the placeholder is a great person for them, but because in their mind they don't see them as such, they're using the placeholder to prepare them for the next. And that's the sad part about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what's interesting though, when in you're saying, and I'm gonna actually come back to that in a hot second, but I just want to kind of jump on this for a minute because I actually thought this is what it was. So basically, in terms of the whole placeholder situation, you can kind of like relate it to being friend zone, right? Where you have this person, you know, but you don't see them as a romantic interest, but you don't want to let them go either. So you put them in this nebulous, suspended, ambiguous situation where they can't tell whether we friends or whether we lovers because you keep trying to get what you want to get from them. And so you friend zone them. And I know a lot of guys, and probably some girls too, get friend zoned. You know what I'm saying? You're in a position, you're in a place where, you know, you want to be more to them, but they won't let you be more to them because they're not really interested in you like that. But at the same time, because you take them out to really, really nice restaurants and you willing to pay
a good life,
pay their rent, pay their car note, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of cash on the side because you're willing to do all these extra. You know what? This kind of no, wait
a minute. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't realize their positions in life, their past positions that they have played in life.
Don't this kind of sound like your boy?
Which one are we talking about now?
The barber.
Oh yeah.
Don't this kind of something like that?
I mean,
because she ain't really trying to do nothing. Not really. I mean, yeah, they have a relationship or whatever like that, and he's around and he's willing to pay all this money for her to do this, that, and the other thing, willing to let her go and do whatever she want to do. She can come back home to him. Whereas what is he getting out the deal? I mean, he's obviously getting something, but it ain't the same amount that she's getting from him. I promise you.
He's not getting what he needs. Exactly. He thinks what he getting what he thinks he wants.
Exactly.
But on that same note with him, so you're on point with it. The thing is, and I had to try to look at it from both sides because I was only hearing his story. But even after witnessing and seeing her and being around him for a brief second, that relationship consists of him giving and her receiving. Exactly. And a number one sign is if you never receive reciprocation, you are the placeholder.
You're the placeholder about it. Yeah, and that's real talk, right? Because you and one of the definitions that you read from the Google thing that you searched was the fact that it's one-sided.
Yeah,
that placeholder relationships only benefit one side of the relationship, and that's the person who's receiving all of the benefits.
Yeah.
Whereas the other person is being continuously depleted for what he's giving to the other person. And that's never right. It's never good to be in a relationship with somebody where all they are doing is taking and receiving and getting and obtaining and acquiring from you. Whereas you walk around dry. You ain't got no resources because you done spent all your time giving your stuff to this other particular person. All the while, Charles, you're in the friend zone.
That's messed up.
That is so jacked up, man. Yeah. And then it goes back again to what you were saying about the fact that you have to be able to see yourself as being worth more than what you're receiving. Yeah. And if you don't know your worth, you will sell yourself cheaply. You will put yourself on the discount rack in the back of the store where they put all their discount stuff at, and you'll never realize how much you're actually worth because you don't know.
Listen, Pete, like I said, if we are honest, a lot of us have been there. Yeah. I can remember a time I was clearly a placeholder. I can remember, it ain't nothing I'm proud of, but the reason why I said you're a placeholder is during this particular time. So this is something that us men sometimes suffer from. We can entertain someone or hang out with somebody that we kind of know their situation. Maybe they have a guy, they got a man, right? They have a man, but you feel like, but if she want me, and if she's going to give up herself, I'm winning. That's how we look at it. We think we winning because we on the taking end.
Yeah.
The real taking in is her, because or the person. If it's vice versa, the person that has the person and that has told you they have the person, but will come and deal with you. You know what I mean? Deal with you, hang out with you, eat, do everything else,
right?
Then go back,
right?
So if this person is doing all these things and going back, I had to capture my own mind one time and be like, yeah, sure. I may be thinking on the chessboard of life, I'm making this move and this move, but it's a repetitive move. Yeah. Nothing else is happening in my benefit. If anything, it's taking shots at my self-esteem. It's hard to make you say, well, wait a minute, I'm better than this. I deserve to be taken over there, not just right here.
Right.
So the point is, people, we got to make decisions when we see this happening or someone handling you in a way that's very much transactional for their benefit.
Right.
That's the bottom line about it. It's their benefit. Yeah. This particular person had their share of reasons for lack at home. But in honesty, I was man enough to know that they still love the person. Now, the deep part about it, Adam, what gets me is you say, I know you still love them because you go back.
Wow.
But the point is, if you love them, why give yourself to somebody
else? Yeah.
That's what leaves me and left me in I don't care what the issue is. If it's worth you going back, it's worth you fixing and staying there.
Yep.
Because other than that, you would leave and don't go back. But if you step out, do what you need to do and go back and keep going back, yeah, you can make up all the excuses you want to, but in the end, you're self-serving because you don't got love for me or him.
Right.
You love yourself. This is a mission about taking care of you and all whatever you get from him and whatever you get from me, and then you miss strong and independent and you just flowing in the wind. But the men are taking the brunt of it. You understand what I'm saying? And so, or vice versa if it's a woman situation. But the point is, we gotta be mindful when we make connections in relationships to know where we are. Mm-hmm. Is this something that I feel like the person that I am with is willing to advance with me?
Right.
They are just content where I am.
Right.
And a person that's willing to advance with you, they're going to handle you a certain kind of way. They're going to be protective. They are. It's like they are investing in you, not just money, but investing in you. Maybe they're investing resources that may help your career, anything. But a person that has their eyes on the future with you is going to invest in you.
Yeah.
Period. They're not investing in you. There is no risk. No investment, no risk. No risk, no reward of love.
Right.
So you're not going to, when you don't see none of those things happening, it's not happening. And so, we got to be honest with ourselves sometimes and, have those conversations. Hey, just wanted you to know that I know we've been doing this and that and the other, but you can level with me. Do you see this advancing?
Right.
There ain't no wrong answer. I'm a big guy or big girl.
Right.
Tell me what it is. Yeah. And all you can do is hope to get the truth, but you got to be ready to be honest with yourself. Because when you hear that answer, a sincere answer pierces the heart.
Yeah.
Foolishness makes you feel even more guilty for asking.
Yeah.
The person is still playing you and they have no clue to go forward.
Right.
So you got to be honest with yourself and know to yourself, I like this, but it's time for me to make a decision for me.
Yeah.
I don't feel that this person has me to that degree to advance.
Right.
That's all.
No, yeah. So, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier before the show started. And I actually want to talk about something too after I finish talking about this, but it has to go back to the idea. And I think we've all maybe have seen this happen. Maybe we have some friends that this has happened too, where the couple gets engaged, right? They have an engagement situation. They have an engagement party, blah, 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 blah. It's a whole big hoodoo or whatever like that. They get engaged. And then Charles, 5 years later, they still engaged. Now I understand. Let me just qualify. I understand that there might be some issues that may prohibit them from getting married within a year or two of that actual engagement. It might be some financial things. It might be some moving situations, some family situations, some medical. I'm granted. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. Okay, yeah, that within context, we understand that everything can happen, within that particular time period. Got it. But if we're talking about 6-7 years down the line, come on, help me, somebody. Come on, Marlena. Bruce, somebody help me understand. Listen, I'm just trying to say that there are a lot of couples, even right now, that have been engaged to be married for 7, 8, 9, 10 years now.
Well, you know what?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
You know why this happens? In some cases, the woman at some point has raised the bar of engagement so far, or marriage.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, like I said, he may be like, I want to, but I just don't know right this moment, or whatever, right? Whatever his excuse is.
Okay.
But he feels there are a lot of men, if they're willing to be honest, come out the closet, a lot of men will, quote unquote, reward the woman with a ring to buy them more life.
You mean more time?
More life, more time. It's like the cat got 9 lives. If I give the person the ring, I'm telling you, there are some people who will do this. They'll give the person the ring Because see, this is my thought, Adam. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to be engaged, I'm going to give the woman a ring and we will discuss the date at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to give a woman a ring and then, hey, there you go. You look good, girl. All right, I'll be back. And then I'm going on with regular life, but I have set you up and put you on the shelf.
Right.
That's what happened. Here's the ring. Now go sit on that shelf and be a good girl. I did my part, right? All right, then.
Yeah.
And that's that. So you gotta, because to me, I would say don't put no long trust in no long engagement. If you're at the point to give somebody an investment in that of a ring, then make the date and then just do it. Or just don't do it. But if you're going to do all that, make the date and do it, because there are things that can occur from the time you told somebody, will you marry me, until some years later. Right. Now you're going to allow the door to be open for all kinds of things to take place between y'all that's less than ideal because you have not sealed the door. You understand what I'm saying? So
I know what you're saying. So again, my I guess my issue with this is, after having dated, we have dated for 7 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
We dated for 7 years. Okay.
Engaged for 5.
And then we engaged. No, we engaged for like 6, 7, 8, 9 years now.
Dang.
There isn't any forward motion in terms of us actually getting married. And it seems to me, Charles, that this is a mechanism of placing you on hold until I get done with what I need to get done, with whatever that is. Now, here's the thing, though, right? Now, I'm not trying to
stirring the hornet's nest up. People
I am.
I'm kidding. Go ahead. Okay.
I need y'all to talk back to me on because I don't understand this. I don't understand. I'm not trying to throw out the love in the relationship. Absolutely, love is the foundation, I hope, of the relationship, right? But after a while, touch your neighbor, say after a while. After a while, there has to be a recollection or a recognizing that we've been dating for 5 years, and now we still engaged, and we're not no closer to the marriage date or the wedding date or the courthouse date than we were the moment I got engaged. We haven't made any progress. We haven't moved forward. This person has me in a state of suspended animation. I'm a placeholder. They ain't making no moves. They're not giving no indication as to what they're trying to do. And this is what my point is. My point is, as a placeholder, I am being robbed of my future. I'm being robbed of the potentiality of this relationship, because you can't make up your mind as to whether or not you want to fully commit to this, because you're still doing whatever it is you're doing. And so you're using the engagement. You've literally, and it's sad to say, you have literally weaponized this engagement to keep me in your life when you knew you should have let me go a while ago.
And here's the thing. This is not even just a one-sided thing with men. Right. You would think men are the ones who are going to say, will you marry me? But there are women who hold men at bay in engagements. They'll
pressure them to be engagement.
We're still saving our money, and because in their mind, it means, I do think you're a great person.
Yeah.
But I'm just not quite sure you are the person.
Yeah.
But I don't want to move from this. Here's the clicker right here. You're a great person. I'm not sure you are the person, but I don't want to move from the position we are in.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who don't get to even be engaged. Right. Or they have the talks about marriage.
Right.
So if you got someone who has elevated things to that level, you kind of want to stay there, hoping the next one that you may think could come along to be what you think they should be, they're going to already see you at an elevated level. And that transition time to make it happen won't be no redo or reset. They can already be, I see you, this kind of woman or man. Okay, we can go ahead and I'm serious about marriage too. And then there you go, and such is life.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So my whole point in bringing that up is that it seems to me, Charles, that type of behavior is dysfunctional.
For sure.
Because you want to put somebody in a position where they can't move forward, and you want to hold on to them, and you want to get what you want to get out of them. That's dysfunctional, because if I'm in a real relationship, I don't want to hold my person in a space. I want us to walk forward, move forward together in this relationship. And for me to hold you down just so that I can get what I want to get out of you is dysfunctional. So let me ask this question then. Who placed hold you that you would place hold somebody else? You know that saying.
That's what he's saying.
Hurt people, hurt
people.
Place hold.
It's a learned behavior. You learn it because you've been placeholded.
You've been placeholder. And for whatever reasons, you're not willing to risk yourself to put yourself out there. Maybe you got hurt in a previous relationship. Maybe things did not go the way that you wanted them to go. Maybe they betrayed you and they cheated on you. Maybe they decided to just ghost you and never called you back, never said anything to you. And so this is the reason why you do what you do. Well, sir, ma'am, you can't continue to live like that, because here's the thing, though, Charles. So you're placeholding this person and you're keeping them from moving forward in the relationship. All the while, you're not in a good relationship yourself. You're suffering. You're emotionally deficient. Your love is
lacking.
Yeah. And so you holding this person, not realizing that you're also holding yourself down as well. And you're only allowing yourself to receive so much from whatever relationships that you're in. Not realizing that if you let this person go, take the time to get yourself together, you could be a viable candidate for a good relationship.
Yeah. Placeholding, I like to refer to it as the double homicide of love.
Okay.
Because you're killing the person's chances and killing your own.
Oh, yeah.
It's as long as you are on the fence, nobody is tipping to either side. There is a person that you're holding isn't advancing. You're not advancing.
You're not advancing.
So both of y'all die to love. So, it ain't
because in order for me to effectively hold you in place, that means I got to be there with you.
Yeah.
And so nobody's making any progress. Nobody's advancing. We're just sitting here doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sign of a dysfunctional person who wants to hold you down like that. Yeah, you need to understand that that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way it's supposed to be. And I understand that often relationships, when it comes to getting into relationships that you don't know, people that you don't know, that is often a risk. I understand that. And we've had this conversation before. But if you're going to make this relationship worthwhile, if you're going to make this relationship the way that it's supposed to be, guess what? You're going to have to risk yourself. You're going to have to risk being hurt. You're going to have to risk all the other things that come along with relationships. And if you're not willing to do that, then don't step out into the field.
Yeah.
Sit back on the bench until you get yourself together. You know? Yeah. I'm just saying, man.
This is but you said, here's the thing though. The harsh reality of this whole show is the state of the world right now. And the reason why a lot of people are where they are, not where they want to be, is because it's just it is a whole season of placeholding.
Wow.
You with someone who you think wants you, they want the next person.
Right.
So because they think you're okay, they hold you while they hunt.
Right.
Hold and hunt.
Yeah.
That's what it is, holding and hunting, and you just sitting there on. But this is happening all around. Women are liking somebody else, and the man is like, "But I will marry you." But that's unattractive. It's sad to say, Adam, but it's unattractive for a man to meet you and tell you he wants you. It's attractive to meet the man and chase him down to get him to marry you.
Wow.
So that's where we are. It's so lopsided. That's where it is. If the man come to you saying, "Hey, I saw you and I saw you and I saw you and I figure you was a great woman. I don't want to waste your time. I'm intentional." Girl, he's weird. So that's
he's a square. He's square.
He's a lame.
He's lame. He's corny.
Or the men going to say, women going to say, yeah, I don't play games. I'm just that kind of a good woman. I really don't. I just want to be with my guy. Dude, what's wrong with her? She must be a stalker. Something wrong with her. Something happened to her. Who hurt you? That's the first thing you're going to say. So we don't take nothing to be normal anymore. Everything has to have a dysfunctional reason.
Yeah.
And this is why everybody finds themselves, unless you're fortunate, in someone's waiting room.
Wow.
People are in, everybody think they in the main storefront room. You in someone's waiting room. You just don't know.
And guess what, Sean? Yeah. That waiting room is crowded.
That's a book right there, The Waiting Room. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Can we just do the one we got already? Anyway. No, but that waiting room is crowded because understand that you're not the only one that they're holding on to. They got a whole, Charles, they got a whole rotation. They got a whole catalog. They got a whole book of people that they have that they're holding on to, and you just another number in the mist.
Like the ER.
Yeah, basically.
You go in there, everybody in there. That's what it is, the ER.
Or even just the doctor's office, right? Just a regular doctor's office. A whole lot of people waiting. Just sitting.
Waiting for their turn.
Waiting for their turn to get in there, man. That's just... Who wants to live a life like that, man? Again, you got to understand what your worth is. Understand that you are worth more than somebody else's waiting room. Look, listen, if they don't have time for you, you don't have time for them. Pick up your bags and move on to the next one. Because if you ain't got time for me, I sure ain't got time for you. Don't play with me.
That's real.
Don't play with me.
That's it.
Shoot. Okay, we started on that, man. No, we're not going to do that. Well, look, what we're not going to do.
But you know what? The problem is a lot of people aren't made aware that they're in the waiting room.
Right. So
that's why sometimes you got to say to yourself, but listen, it may be as easy as this. Have you tried looking around and being like, wait, I'm in a waiting room. 10,
yeah.
You got to look around and say, am I the only one in the room or I am in a waiting room? And you got to make that decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Real talk, man.
All right.
No, I'm just not in the waiting room.
We appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us for yet another week. As we talked about today, the plights of the placeholder and placeholding. Again, the core truth to fixing this is being in a position of always being aware of your value, your self-worth, your self-confidence, and letting that be your own personal mirror. So when you come up to people, they are more or less inclined to try to finesse you to be in a placeholding position because they realize you're not having it. Other than that, you will find that to be your plight. We appreciate you guys. And again, if those of you have not heard, spread the word that we are now doing the show on Fridays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Fridays, Unique Perspective, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And as usual, the book is closer.
Book is really close. It's really close, y'all.
It's closer, really official now. So
just keep paying attention to the posts that we make because I guarantee you, in the next week or so, we're going to be announcing some stuff. Dude, stop looking like that, bro.
Don't be making no promises.
We actually have a live event that's coming up in October. So if you guys are in the Chicago area, come meet us there with the dates. We're going to let you know the dates, the time, and the location very, very soon. It's going to be a live streaming question and answer session where we can get down to the nitty gritty and talk about these relationships for real, for what they are. And then on top of that, we got a book release coming. Y'all,
anybody signed off on that? Anyway, all right, we talk about it later. All right. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
I'm good. Listen, I don't care what he's saying right now. The book is literally here. We are ready to go with it. The release date will be released soon. You guys are going to hear about it first. And so those of you who have been fans of ours, who've been supporting us, listening to us, we appreciate it. We're going to make it worth your while as we get closer to this release date. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready for this. Let's do it. Let's go.
Peace, y'all.
Oh, you saying bye now? Oh, bye. I mean, are we coming? When we coming back? What we doing?
Yeah, we coming back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now go ahead. What somebody else got to say now? Let's go ahead.
I done already said everything I need to say, but we will be posting up some announcements very, very soon in regards to the live streaming event they're going to be doing in the month of October, and also the release date of the book, Love Through His Eyes. It's coming. It is literally imminent. It is here right now. You guys are going to be so proud of us in terms of what we've done and what we're trying to do in terms of moving forward. Why you? The heck, bro? What's right now? What's happening right now? Whatever, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye.
All right. We holler at y'all. Be safe.
Peace.